A word of warning tonight, we're about to bring you the story of a worker at the St. Augustine Alligator Farm who was attacked by a gator last week. The images may be too intense for some of you. Our Jessica Clark has his story.
Yeah, so it's wrapped because I had a bunch of stitches.
Jim Darlington is in the hospital, but he's usually at the St. Augustine Alligator Farm. Been there for 26 years. He's the curator of reptiles. He knows alligators, even teaches others how to work around them safely. But Saturday was a new experience for him. The incident happened here in the part of the park called the Swamp, where there are 200 alligators living in the water. He took a canoe into the water at the park
To try to retrieve some drop photography equipment.
But one big gator named Bull saw Darlington, who usually feeds him.
So he went into a feeding response and he launched out of the water. I stuck my arm up to try to stop him, but he grabbed my arm and yanked me out of the canoe. Unfortunately, this was the larger one in the swamp.
11.5 feet long.
He shook me quite a bit, and I went underwater and came up, and then went underwater again and came up. He tried to roll, but I tried to keep his head level, keep him straight.
But the gator would not let go.
His head was so large I couldn't reach his eyes the way he had me, so I was smacking him on the face pretty good. And then I just realized I had to get my arm out, so I got my feet down on the ground and I pushed the end of his nose and I ripped my arm out of his teeth.
And the gator still came after him.
So I just grabbed his head and shoved him underwater.
Darlington made it to land and escaped. He's sore, but he has no broken bones.
It was just food motivated. I mean, that alligator, I fed him alive. He saw me and was highly motivated to beat other alligators to what he hoped I was offering. So it wasn't me he was after.
The park plans to implement better safety protocols.
We have a more stable john boat that he could have been using. We have other staff that probably should have been with him.
This isn't lost on me. I barely escaped certain death.
In St. Augustine, Jessica Clark, First Coast News on your side.